Hello and welcome to March 4th, call option XLU 104% exit. Let's take a look at that numbers. Okay, there we are. We got, we got in this trade at 259. We got out at 530. The date was on the 25th. Got out on the 4th, and it was 8 days. Let's bring up our calculator to show off the ROI. So 530, remember this is options. And we had one contract, so that's 530 minus the 259, 271 divided by the 259 as a percentage, and the return was 104.6%. So there is the setup of the trade, and if you hang around to the end, I have a bonus to show you here in the options arena. With that said, let's go on to the chart. And here at the chart, this trade is Stochastic Hammer. Now, what is a Stochastic Hammer? That is when Stochastics crosses below my 10 value line and then crosses back up above my green line, I get my green arrow. Now, where did I get this green arrow? It's come from Thinkorswim. When you set up your stochastics, you come here to edit studies, and then right down here, up signal, down signal. There you are. And you can, and that's it. That's how I set it up. So when I get my green arrow, excuse me, when I get my green arrow, I look for this. Now, this trade here, if I had taken it, and unfortunately I did not take it, maybe fortunately I didn't take it. I didn't take it for one or two reasons, and one of the reasons was I got the green arrow, but I got a red histogram. So I wasn't too confident in that. Also, too, the other reason was it didn't have high volume. When the scanner ran that particular day, this volume was very low. As compared to today was 28.7 million, which I'll get into the details when we get to the data box. So that said, this is what I call the hammer. It comes down and hits the bottom of my price channel. I get my green arrow and I got my green histogram, indicating that this is a potentially good trade. This is the RSI down below. That's another indicator. This indicator right here, the RSI was running flat. Here, the indicator was running, it was increasing. So those are my signs that I look for this trade. And then I'm risking one candle. Remember, I'm a 3-to-1 trader. I'm risking $1 to make 3. So this was my 1-to-3 ratio. And as you can see, it took off today. Now, what is this line? Something else also. And that is that when the price channel is coming into this direction, I want to know if this is the possibility of a turnaround zone for price using the price channel. So I draw a horizontal line here and say, has value or price been above that line on the lower part of the price channel? And sure enough, there it was. So that was an indication that this was going into turnaround. I'm going to remove that from the screen so be less crowded. And then our trade took off here, and then we reached 3-to-1 here at the top. Now, this line here that you see here is my 30-degree angle. That was the anticipation that I was looking at getting out of this trade somewhere around somewhere after the closest expiration was 318. At the same time, the options actually told me no good. When I went to the options for XLU expiring in 318, the options were horrible. The ask bid was way beyond the 10%. So it was a pass. I went to April, and in April I found one option met my criteria, and that's why I call it diamond in the rough. So the idea was the anticipation that the third ratio was going to cross somewhere around here, or somewhere around here. What day is it showing? Somewhere around 410. But as you see, we're out of the trade already. Done. So let's go ahead now and let's go ahead and now bring the data box. So now we can review this data box. And the data box is, let me go ahead and expand the text. It makes it easier to read on your side of the world. And there we go. So this account is the Tiger's account. It was owed, XLU owed 446. We got in on 225, as you saw. It was Stochastics. The value was at 31. Stochastic with RSI 35. That is the sweet spot. Anything between 30 and 50 or 60, depending upon which school you go to and what instructor talks, is the sweet spot to entry. It had a 28.7 million volumes of share, and the entry was 465. One contract, April expiration, Delta 54 at the time. A diamond in the rough, as I said earlier, was the only option that was reasonable within my criteria. The estimated cost was going to be 206. We got in at 259, so we suffered some slippage here. We did suffer some slippage. The allocation came out to 5.2, even though this is a small account, it's allowed up to 10, but that one contract was the only one that qualified, and therefore it was only a 5.2 allocation. The target was 652. Now 652 is based on getting the return of the 446 that we didn't get because we hit the 3-to-1 route. Then it was going to be within 4 days of the trade. It took 8 days, and we were looking at getting back 238. Providing that we had gotten to the 652 return. So we got out here the 3-4 profit at 104%, 8 days, 271. So we actually beat the projected return of 271, minus $2 in fees, 269, minus against the owed of 446 with a new owe now of 177. And that is that. The reason why we didn't use the regression channel here on the hammers. Now this is not a true hammer. I mean, oh no, that's not a hammer. No, it's not a hammer according to candle. It's according to stochastics. I call that a hammer because it came and hammered on top of my lower end of the price channel. And that's why I could not use the regression channel, as you can see in other videos, because of the fact that I only had one candle. I need 3 to 5 candles for the regression line to really show good promise and indications. So I did it on the 30-degree angle, which is the actual. So stocks on average rise at 30-degree angles and fall at 45 degrees. That's my past experience in dealing with the mathematics. So let's go on now in the closing minutes to the surprise that I want to give you, and that is this. AEP, American Electric Products, or something, I forget what the P stands for, 235%. This is now on our target. We're going to be going to the close here on getting setting up an exit point to get onto that 235, and then potential 870 return, and this owes like $500 or something. So this would be a nice return to pay off and get us out of the winner's circle. Also, coming into the second place is Edison at 78 and Medtronic at 80. So these guys are ready to get into a possibility of getting into last bar low, which is my rule of the 100 ROI. But we are past the 200 ROI here on AEP, and we'll be doing a exit on high to hold on to that profit. Well, with that said, we'll conclude tonight's report for XLU coming in at 104% in 8 days with the Stochastic Hammer. And I thank you much for checking it out. Leave me comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you got and you learned something from it. And catch you on the next video for hopefully AEP on Monday. Bye-bye. Take care.